I have an email here, and I'm almost hesitant to go into this because we really don't know what's happening as of right now. And Martin, do you know where I'm going with this?
Is it Michael Jackson?
Yes, Martin. It's your boy MJ. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I have an email from somebody. This is from Derek, and I have the email on my phone right here. He says, Corey, when you talk about stars and pedophilia, you're more aggressive towards some people and less on others. You say you can't watch a Roman Polanski movie. You know, Roman Polanski is the guy that did Rosemary's Baby,
sure,
raped a 13-year-old girl with somebody else, fled to France or Europe, and didn't come back because he'd be prosecuted if he did. They're still trying to get his ass to come over here.
Would you?
Yeah. What, would I go back?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. I'll go back.
Why you hating on him?
Because I ain't a rapist. That's why. Because I ain't raping no 13-year-old girl. But, yeah, and I've said that, man, look at you, man. You're trying to trap my ass. Well, wouldn't you? Yes, when I raped that child, I would. Nah, man, I'm always saying I can't watch his movies easily. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And the guy's right. And then he says, but for Michael Jackson, you always say that the parents were wrong, taking advantage of Michael being naive when it came to slumber parties with children. And I have said that. I've defended him. I said, he just didn't know any better because he never had a childhood. He would just hang out with kids trying to recapture that childhood. And the parents, they did that. And so he says now there's news coming out about Michael Jackson. They claim he had tapes of nude kids and animal torture, some of it to get the kids desensitized. I'm not trying to pass judgment on you or Michael Jackson, but how does this make you feel about him? Does your opinion change, or do you still defend him? Would love to hear Martin's opinion as well. And he says, well, everyone's take on this. And if you haven't heard, this is stuff that's they said that's been around since 2003, and I'm looking at this in the LA Times. They're saying over at Neverland Ranch, they have these documents and this stash of pornography there that they've found, and it's just not coming out, that a lot of this stuff was of nude children and of all things, weird shit like animal torture. And they did say that Michael Jackson, how they know this, I don't know. I don't know the details completely. I just heard this today before I got over here. I got this email, decided to read it. They said that he uses stuff to desensitize some of the kids, say, hey, it's okay. Look, it's all right. See, what I'm doing, it's crazy. What I'm doing is normal. And okay, I'll put that in myself.
I know, right? Were you one of the
kids? I was. It hurts.
It doesn't say child pornography once in this article. It only just says pornography.
But there are parts where they said that there are other articles where they said it was child pornography. And even if it's just pornography, he used it to show to children in inappropriate ways. Now,
possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
How would they know that? Like, because those cases were like so long ago, and the kids never really said, hey, he showed us videos and things like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Martin. I would gladly say that you are a bigger Michael Jackson fan than I am. So I'm going to pass this to you. How does this make you feel, man?
All right, so let me, if I can just throw some kind of perspective on it, like somebody saying,
trying to get.
Well, man, you take it easy on Roman Polanski, and okay, so the difference between Roman Polanski and even Bill Cosby, as opposed to Michael Jackson, is that Michael Jackson went to trial, 14 counts, and acquitted of all 14, and they went to Neverland Ranch when he wasn't there, seized his computer and all his shit, and looked through it. And it seemed like if they had this stuff, it would have come out then, because that would have been like the big smoking gun, laying the big hand down. Like, oh, I mean, you just release that to the public, and everybody would have been like, "Fuck him, fry him. It's done."
Yeah.
So it's weird to have this suddenly show up now, where it's kind of like a mention. It's almost gossipish.
Yeah, it's
now,
almost as if they just need content.
7 years after him dying.
7 years after him dying. Now it could be tomorrow they come and go like, okay, here it actually is, and you can look at it. Sure, that would certainly change things. But it is that, like, wait, why is it now? Like back when it really mattered. And for like that, because my thing was, back when I was even like, man, I don't want to believe this. Michael Jackson was one of my heroes. I mean, shit, all my heroes: Bill Cosby, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, they got all of them, man. Jared from Subway.
Don't you ever be a fan?
No, that's yours.
Don't you ever be a fan of Coleman?
It's almost like if he's a fan of me, it's gonna make me rape children.
But it was one of these things where, like, man, I don't want to believe this. But at the point when he went to trial and wasn't convicted of all that stuff, and when they said they went to his home and grabbed his computers, I thought, well, that's it. And then they got nothing. So I'm like, well, man, if you have all these resources, and you don't come up with evidence or smoking gun.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, you have the most, like, expert PR reps and the expert people that can wipe out anything. I mean, you're Michael Jackson. You have more money than any entertainer.
But then in the end, it got proven that he really wasn't as rich as everybody thought he was. Like a lot of that money had been blown.
But he still had millions.
But
Sure.
you still have people giving you whatever you need.
Right. So hey, maybe maybe tomorrow they'll come around and go like, okay, here's what we actually got, and it could make the difference. But for right now.
I know. Keep talking. What's he say?
I'm saying, like, for right now, I don't have an opinion on it, other than the one I had before.
It's weird, man. Like I said, like that, and like even if he has all this stuff in his house, like you can't prove that he showed it to kids.
Exactly.
Or this other stuff. So like that could have been his personal stuff. Hopefully,
I don't understand why they wouldn't. I mean, I'm sure they've done this, but if there's 14 to 20 kids or whatever it is, literally like have them sit down and be evaluated extensively now and for the next 10 years, and that's how you get the truth.
Well, it'd be double jeopardy. Even I mean, he's dead anyway, so it's not much.
It's not much they can do, but it is one of those things where, my whole take on this is, look, because I hear what you're saying, Derek. You're saying, man, I ain't passing judgment, but in the way you trying to put me in a trap, come on, man.
Why you going on Roman Polanski?
Yeah, but how would you feel if he did this? And if he found that he was absolutely guilty of doing this, what else would I do?
Right. We'd be like, nah.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck him. In fact, I'm the guy.
Those kids might have been hot. You don't know. I mean, what are we supposed to say at that point?
Yeah, you act like I'm gonna defend him still. Look, if it comes out that he raped some kids, and I'm gonna tell you something, it's a hard thing because first of all, it's so much information out there that people that make people doubtful. Look, you got two kinds of people out there. You got the people that want to hate Michael Jackson and say, I told you he did it. And there's some people who are going to defend him no matter what. He could have raped 100 kids and going to be like, leave Michael alone. He didn't do any of that.
He no childhood.
He was just misunderstood. And it's like, that's things that don't help. I'll give you that much. I mean, when you got people coming out there and being mysterious about how they were raped when they were kids and they used to hang around Michael Jackson and they tell that to their friends. You remember we just saw that clip a little while ago, the Corys. They were like arguing. They're like, yeah, well, what about your best friend, your mysterious best friend that raped me that used to hang around all the time? You never did anything about that.
I'll go you one better. You let me get around in my life, man, raped, so to speak, when I was about 14 and a half, and I'm saying this right now, by the guy you still hang out with, and tell me I'm 14 and a half, take responsibility. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
People were saying, when we showed that the first time, I got tons of people saying, Michael Jackson. It was Michael Jackson. I was like, well, maybe. We don't know.
Did you know? I didn't catch this the first time, but he said rape, so to speak.
So to speak.
Yeah.
It's like, well, so what does that mean?
But that can mean fondle. That can mean, going in and being molested. It doesn't have to mean penetration or anything. And, people look at shit. Michael Jackson would make himself weird. He would always make himself as a martyr because he always liked to play with kids. You got me on that ghost shit, man.
Oh.
You're strange. And I don't like you. You're scaring these kids. Living up here all alone. I'm not alone. You're right, I do like scaring people.
Would you say I got child porn to keep me calm? It's animal torture.
But it's just for fun. Don't you kids enjoy when I do my little,
Yeah, whatever you say, Michael. Just don't touch me again.
Show us that animal torture, please.
Yeah, sure, Michael. They on Jesus juice right now.
It's almost like the white guy who's scolding him is his super ego.
No, that's Michael Jackson and
No, I know. But it's like the guy's not actually there. He's just talking to a manifestation of himself.
Michael sees him all the time.
He's going through some Fight Club shit.
Tyler Durden.
Man, it took me. I tell you what, it took me a month to realize that was Michael Jackson.
Man, you got it faster than I did. Well, actually, no. I saw it at the end of this movie. I was like,
once he started dancing after, like at first I was like, damn that white. Oh, wait a minute.
I know.
White guy can. Damn it.
Oh, you talking about the end when he dances? He like, damn, you like that old white man can dance, man. I was like that too, man. I thought it was I thought they did this shit through I thought it was all CG effects. I thought that they really took a white dude and actually like manipulated him through computers and shit. Have you ever seen this video?
Yeah, of course.
I never saw this for 20 years.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. You were the one that
actually I didn't know it was out there. I caught it by accident, but it was like when it was new. I should know it was a thing. I was just turning one day and came across it.
There it is. Man, where they find this 50-year-old white dude that can dance like Michael Jackson, man?
Like when he's first doing that, I was like, damn, this dude can get down. But then once you got that, well, even that. But later he does like like the spin and that was like okay signature moves. I'm like, come on.
No, I thought they found somebody's granddaddy who loved Michael Jackson that much, and they got his ass to dance. I'm like, oh shit, that's a fucking asshole white dude. Michael Jackson could act, man. I give him that much. Man. He could act. He was great right there. But you know, look, let me just say this. It's hard, and I will admit that it's hard. And a lot of people they'll tell you the same thing. Like Michael Jackson is almost like a religion. He's such a large part of our lives. Imagine today if they said that Michael Jackson, yes, it's true. We got him on video, everything. He raped kids, no doubt. We're going to dig him back up and put him in an electric chair, you know. If they could do that.
Might bring him back.
I'm here! But imagine they brought him back. Imagine the gap that we'd have to pull out of our lives, man. At least for me.
I know. No, same here.
Because I could imagine the gap that we all would have to pull out of our lives. Because how many times have we gone somewhere where they just randomly, once a month, twice a month, at least we go somewhere they're randomly playing Michael Jackson somewhere.
Always.
Halloween would never be the same. Our childhoods would have a chunk of it missing because I tell you, if Michael Jackson really did do this, Derek, just so you know, if you want a blunt, straightforward question, no, I could not listen to this music again and feel comfortable about it. And half the time, I could probably separate the artist from the art if people weren't around trying to defend somebody, which there would be people doing that.
Let me ask you this though, because I would say the same thing. Like
Michael Jackson, like for real.
If I was out in public, definitely I'm not blaming Michael Jackson, but I feel like in my hometown, man, I would still listen to like. I mean, I'm not him committing a crime isn't like forgivable, but I would still listen to Thriller, man.
And honestly, not to be like a dark, like pessimistic bitch, but half the time.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Are you gonna get us in trouble?
No.
Okay.
Those kids deserved it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And they should have fucking known better.
Don't play.
Okay.
What I was gonna say is, there's a lot of things that people do in the privacy of their own homes that's really fucked up. And half the time, it's people that have the most power and have the most money and have the most fame. It never gets surfaced, but you don't know what these people are doing in their private lives.
No, and look, no one's criticizing here. Like, I'm just saying right now, I don't want anybody to confuse this with defending. This was 2003 when this came out. Was he acquitted in 2005 or something? When it was between 2003 and 2005. I know 2003 is when they were going through his home and trying to find all this. I think he was finally acquitted a year or two later. Why is this just coming out now?
Because we live in a TMZ society.
And you know, and there is a thing where, hey, maybe Michael Jackson, you're exactly right, Daniel. I'm gonna defend you right here. Anybody, if you have $10 million, you can pay off a lot of people, cover a lot of shit. So we may never know what happened. But until concrete proof comes out, and I'm not doing this out of my love for Michael Jackson, you see me all the time when people come out and they're always like convicted of raping. You know, I always say, as sad as it is, as harsh as it may sound, you can't say anything until you absolutely know.
Sure.
Right. And even conflicting reports, because some say it's pornography, some say child pornography. Like, you don't even know if this got put in his house, like, after he left. So, like, it's really odd that they come out with this now.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. I think.
I don't know. I don't buy that.
Look, I'm not saying either, because we can sit up here and second guess ourselves all night. Michael Jackson was a weird enough dude where he could do some shit, but the evidence is just not there 100% to say.
Right.
And like for the most serious of crimes, I feel like the evidence needs to be strong.
Yeah.
And not come out 7 years after you died. That's really weird.
Everybody was shady. Everybody, the parents, Michael was kind of shady in a way. I mean, everybody had their weirdness. Their everybody had their I guess everybody was wanted something from this. So you know, who knows?
Just hope and pray for the children and Michael's family that they have peace.
Yeah.
That's
I'm telling you, no one really knows if Jared really did what he did, man. I mean, okay.
Oh my own.
I mean, those sandwiches are so good, man.
Weren't you in there like the next day after
Yeah.
we talked about that?
Yeah, you talking about, man, I ain't watching no Roman Polanski movies and I ain't gonna listen to Thriller no more.
But
While you eat a
Subway.
Subway
Man,
sandwich.
don't do that. Don't do that shit.
Man, he made them.
Man, no, don't even do that shit. That's not the same. Don't come in. Why y'all make me
Man,
defend
you know
Subway
damn well
every
the first
time?
thing you think of when you think of Subway is Jared fat ass in that commercial with the
But
bump,
it's the only 24-hour restaurant next to his house.
There's a Whataburger there.
What's
Yeah,
Whataburger?
man.
I
What's
can't eat
up?
Whataburger every night.
Why
Should
you
I?
like supporting child molesters?
Man, I gotta eat fresh every now and then. Come on. Yeah.
So fresh,
Yeah.
it should be underage.
Exactly. Yeah, Jared liked them fresh too.
And 6-inch too. So, man, no, look, you can't do that, man. Subway, I
Can't not eat
no,
Subway.
Subway didn't do shit. Subway didn't rape anybody.
Please.
Come
No.
on,
They
dude.
supported him.
No,
They supported.
They didn't know. They didn't know when they found out, they put him out. You can't say that about Subway. It'll be like me finding out about you being a rapist, Corey, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, people saying, why you watching Double Toasted still? You know they rape people. Like, no, Corey just did it, man. By the way, y'all just get that soundbite right there.
I am not a crook.
Your name is Corey too, by the way.
Corey Goodwin rapes children.
No, too late.
Corey,
You know that's gonna be out there, right?
my own. It's gonna be the most.
Man, they'll find a way to put this shit on me.
Okay.
They'll find a way to put my last name on it. Have me saying it. Corey Coleman rapes children. No, man.
Boy.
Sammy Gonzalez rapes children.
Hey.
Sammy, how you doing, bro?
Head down. He knew he was next.
He's questioning his whole existence here.
What's that say?
He put his head down because he knew he was next.
Trying to duck. No, man. No, I was at Subway. Shit, the next day I was there that night. We were talking about Jared so much. I got hungry for Subway.
That is the way that works.
I mean, that marketing was strong, man.
It's not gonna stop me from going to Subway. I'm
Hell
sorry.
no.
He's very temporary in the Subway history. Y'all have to understand. Subway was around a long time before fucking Jared's ass was a part of the picture.
Hey, so was the swastika.
And those are delicious too. Wow. You ever had swastika cookies, man?
You're such a fucker.
You said it, not me.
Those are good too.
They're delicious. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.